Hello, my name is Mike, and in this video you join me in the 2020 GMC Sierra AT4. You know what? Just roll the intro. I'll be right back. Okay, finally, some smooth roads. Yes, I am in the 2020 GMC Sierra AT4. This is the off-road version of the Sierra lineup. And you can get a few engines with the GMC Sierra. You can get the V6 gas engine. You can get a turbo 4-cylinder. Yeah, you heard me right. 4-cylinder and a half-ton pickup. There is a 5.3 liter V8, a 6.2 liter V8, or you can get what I have here, which is a 3 liter inline 6 turbo diesel, Duramax I should say. It produces 277 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Compared to that 3 liter eco diesel in the Ram 1500, this Duramax feels a little bit more immediate, as in I don't have to press the throttle pedal quite as much or as hard to get forward movement going. Although I think that probably has to do more with the fact that this is a lighter truck than the Ram, as well as it has a 10-speed transmission instead of an 8-speed, so the gear ratios are a little different. But regardless, this is one smooth engine and it reacts very quickly. Not as quickly as a gasoline engine, but for what it is, it's very good. When it comes to towing with this inline 6 Duramax engine, the Sierra is rated for 9,100 pounds. This AT4 trim is around 9,000 pounds. Not that big of a difference there. But if you want maximum towing with the Sierra, you'll have to go with the 6.2 liter V8. That one can tow 12,100 pounds. But back to this Duramax diesel engine. It is rated for 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers in a city and 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers on a highway. As I said earlier, shifting gears is done by a 10-speed automatic transmission, and while it is quick and smooth to change gears, I'd have to give a very slight edge to the 8-speed in the Ram 1500. The shifts in that Ram are pretty much imperceivable, whereas this one, they are smooth, like I said, but from time to time you can still feel them. It's not rough or anything like that. It's just very slight edge to that 8-speed in the Ram. One thing that really impresses me about the GMC Sierra is the brakes. On the front axle, it has 4-piston fixed calipers like you'd get on sports cars. The really good benefit of that is a very firm brake pedal. You can still modulate it so you have very smooth stops. However, every time you put your foot on it, it feels solid. It gives you that confidence to really stomp on it if you need to. This new generation GMC Sierra 1500 is about 360 pounds lighter than the older model. This is thanks to a redesigned steel frame and extensive use of aluminum throughout the body. Paired with the 10-speed automatic transmission, the Sierra 1500 feels more agile than its predecessor. By no means is this a sports truck, but it's more responsive when taking off from a stop or going around the corner. If you find yourself off the beaten path, the Sierra AT4 can tackle some light off-roading. It receives a factory 2-inch lift kit, a 2-speed transfer case, Rancho dampers, red recovery hooks, traction select off-road mode, and skid plates. It also has an automatic locking rear differential, but it has to detect slippage first before it locks up, and you can't override it manually to lock it. The GMC Sierra AT4 does not have air suspension, nor does it have the magnetic dampers of its Denali brother. But the Rancho shocks that it comes equipped with do a decent enough job of providing a smooth ride. Even with an unloaded bed, on city streets the shocks absorb most potholes without transferring the shunts into the cabin, while off the paved roads, well, that's when the ride becomes choppy and bouncy, as you saw at the start of the video. This crew cab GMC Sierra is larger than before, with most of the extra space going to the rear occupants. 3 inches of extra legroom was added to the rear seats, which makes for a lot of extra space in the back, even for someone as tall as myself at 6'4". Those rear seats can also fold up to allow for tall item storage, and there are little hidden cubbies in the outboard seat backs. When it comes to noise in the GMC Sierra AT4, there's quite a bit of it. Firstly, you're always going to hear that turbo diesel engine as soon as you accelerate. But the biggest noise in the entire cabin is road noise from the tires. These Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax off-road tires are really loud on a highway. When it comes to features in the GMC Sierra, it has pretty much the same stuff that you would find in other pickup trucks. There's satellite navigation, CarPlay and Android Auto, heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, heated back seats, wireless phone charging, a power outlet, parking sensors, lane departure warning, forward collision alert. It's all there. However, the GMC Sierra also has a few features that are not on other pickup trucks. Firstly is this rear camera mirror. You just flip it up and you get a screen that displays an unobstructed view of the back. And you can also adjust the brightness, the height, and how zoomed in or zoomed out you want it to be. It also has full 360 cameras. Of course, other pickup trucks have that, but it has multiple views, and all the cameras are HD, so it's really nice. There's also an optional trailer camera, so you can get 2 extra accessory cameras that you can fit to the back of the trailer. One on the very back and one on the inside, so you can see what's going on the inside and, of course, behind the trailer. And we can't talk about features in the GMC Sierra without talking about that Multi-Pro tailgate. The Multi-Pro tailgate has 6 different functions. It can be used as a workbench, a 2-tier load stop, a normal tailgate, a long load stop, drop the inner portion and it makes it easier to grab stuff out of the bed, and it can be used as a step. Of all the trick tailgates on the market, this one is the most versatile, but just be aware, if you have a tow ball on the hitch, don't drop the inner gate as it will hit that tow ball. This particular truck also came equipped with the Carbon Pro bed. This bed is made out of carbon fiber composite that GMC claims is tougher than the standard steel bed. Also, the Carbon Pro bed is 60 pounds lighter than the steel bed and is corrosive resistant. There are also 12 fixed tie-down points, 3 at each corner, with each corner being able to handle 500 pounds of weight. There's also LED lighting and an optional 120 volt power outlet. The Sierra also boasts best-in-class cargo, with this 5'8" box offering 63 cubic feet of volume. As for the looks, the outside looks much better than the inside. The interior of the Sierra looks utilitarian and not like a product of 2020. Remove the touchscreen and it looks like it came straight from 2002. But the large buttons and knobs makes it very easy to adjust the climate controls or turn different functions on or off, even with thick gloves on. Hopefully the 2022 interior update will make it look more modern. As for the outside, this AT4 trim looks off-road ready with red recovery hooks, taller ride height, chunky off-road tires, and a front skid plate. The 2020 GMC Sierra AT4 in this crew cab, short bed, 4x4 configuration starts at just over $63,000 Canadian. Load it up like this demo truck and it'll end up costing you closer to $75,000 Canadian. So, in the end, would I recommend the 2020 GMC Sierra AT4? Well, if you're going to be using a pickup truck as it was intended to be, as in to carry stuff, to tow stuff, and you're going to be doing it quite often on the unbeaten path, then the Sierra AT4 is definitely a contender to look at. I mean, especially if you want to carry stuff. This is one of the biggest beds in the business. However, for me personally, I would still pick the Ram 1500 Rebel with the air suspension. Sure, I won't be able to carry as much as I can carry with this one, because I mean, again, one of the biggest beds in the business. But the Ram ride is a lot better than this, as well as the interior is a lot nicer. So I'd rather spend more time in the interior of the Ram than I would in the interior of this. So that's my recommendation. I personally would pick the Ram 1500 Rebel over this. But if you want to know more about the 2020 GMC Sierra AT4, I wrote a comprehensive and detailed review of it over on my website. You can find that link in the video description. And as always, I will see you in the next car or truck, or probably be an SUV next time. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and see you in the next video.